Malacanang reiterates that Philippines-China relations remain strong despite their territorial dispute. Communications Secretary Sonny Coloma said the two countries are celebrating this year the 40th anniversary of diplomatic relations. He pointed out that the relationship between countries does not solely rely on the West Philippine Sea issue. Meanwhile, legal procedures are underway in the UN International Tribunal in the Netherlands, which has started hearing the case filed by the Philippines against China over their territorial dispute. Elena Luna filed this report.
At 8:30 p.m. Philippine time or 2:30 p.m. in the Netherlands, the Philippines began presenting its case before the arbitral tribunal in The Hague. Deputy Presidential Spokesperson Abigail Balte, who is part of the Philippine delegation, said the hearing will take place for 3 hours, delving on the issue of whether or not the tribunal has jurisdiction to hear the Philippines' case against China. Solicitor General Florin Hilbay opens the presentation, followed Secretary Albert Del Rosario, who will speak on the reason for filing the case. The lawyer from Washington, led by Paul Reichler, will then present arguments regarding jurisdiction. According to Yusek Balte, the entire Philippine delegation from the executive, legislative, and judiciary branches of the government are witnessing the proceedings. A day before this presentation, China, through its ambassador, encouraged the Philippines to resume bilateral negotiation without any condition.
Ang focus po natin ay yung sarili nating posisyon doon. Kung ano man ang kanilang nararamdaman, wala po tayong tuwirang impormasyon hinggil dyan at yaman din lamang na ang panukala ng Chinese Embassy patungkol sa bilateral talks. Ang tugon po natin ay tungkol sa ating pananalig na matibay ang ating bilateral relations sa kanila.
PCOO Secretary Sonny Coloma stressed the territorial dispute should be discussed by China with all members of the ASEAN.
Malinaw ang posisyon ng Pilipinas. Kailangang kilalanin ang prinsipyo ng ASEAN centrality dahil sa Declaration of Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea sa pagitan ng China at mga kasapi ng ASEAN na nilagdaan noong pang 2002 at sa patuloy na panawagan hinggil sa pagbubuo ng legally binding Code of Conduct.
The official Philippine-China relations is not defined by the territorial dispute alone, but by other aspects as agreed upon by President Aquino and Chinese President Hu Jintao when the chief executive visited Beijing in October 2011. Secretary Coloma explains China and the Philippines continue to nurture people-to-people programs in education, culture, and economic cooperation.
Nananatiling matibay ang bilateral relations sa pagitan ng Pilipinas at People's Republic of China. Ipinagdiriwang natin sa taong ito ang ika-40 anibersaryo ng diplomatic relations sa pagitan ng dalawang bansa.
For the People's Television, Elena Luna.